knew that Chicago was going to need a post office. Now, you might be wondering why Chicago would have the nation's largest post office. Well, it's because we had merchants like Montgomery Ward up on the North Branch of the Chicago River, and he had to send his packages out somehow. And so what he would do is take all of those packages and put them on barges, sending them down the Chicago River. It's a holiday after all. Now the post office, like I mentioned, was the largest in the nation because of merchants like Montgomery Ward, and he inspired an entire network of competitors like Spiegel and Sears, all who needed to send their packages out from somewhere. And so here was the perfect location. We had a railway system and these barges connected to the river to ship that out. Now, the post office moves out in 1996, and this building sits empty for 20 years. And if you were living in Chicago at the time, and you were driving on that street at the bridge that we just crossed underneath that goes through this building, you would fear for your life this building would not come collapsing down on top of you. It was in complete disrepair. But in 2016, this building underwent an $800 million renovation to restore it to its Art Deco glory. Now, this was a very lengthy process. They took out lead-based paint, mastic, buckling wood floors, scrap metal, and they had to dehumidify all the water that seeped into it. And they pulled out enough water to fill 2 Olympic-sized swimming pools. Now, it is a beautiful building now. It has the Chicago corporate headquarters for companies like Uber, Ferrero Chocolate, and Walgreens, and featuring a beautiful urban rooftop garden, as well as a public food hall for those tenants to enjoy. Now, this area to our left is one of Chicago's newer neighborhoods. It's called South Bank. And here we have another river walk. It's a little bit different than the last one we saw. This one is about a half-mile long, a little bit more nature-inspired with kayak launch points and a water taxi. And this development was put here as a result of people leaving the city. And of course, Chicagoans want people to live in the city. And so developments like this come up to encourage people to come back downtown. Now, one of the pioneers